It's your boy Nizzy with another High School League recap for Overwatch. This week, we only had a couple games, so we are combining Overwatch D1 and D2 for Week 4. And here are your matchups. Go ahead and take a look at them. We are going to get started with the top 5 special week combined top 5 plays. And starting off at number 5, it's going to be a Division 2 play from Hollidaysburg. Look at V Snipes on the Hammond, getting a team wipe with the help of his team and his ult, getting that number 5 play. And take a look at number 4. I love this play because WASD Esports number 6 of Winber avoids the shatter from the enemy Rhine, goes around the corner, gets a Riptire for a double, and takes out the Reaper for a triple. Love that play. Go on to number 3. Speaking of hammer, boom, 3 on the ground for Carol 6. Big shatter. And cleans up for a triple there before he gets taken out, but they win the point on that. Going on to number 2, it's Arson Uwu of Somerset. 20 HP and a dream. Boom. Goes in the back line, gets a big assist from a shatter. A lot of shatter plays this week. On the ground, gets a triple with that and gets out with his life. And number 1, it's going to be Carol 4 of Bishop Carol with a massive ult. He's going to take out 3 there. Both supports. Tries to remech on the player, but doesn't even need it. Gets the Zarya out for that 4th elimination, and the 5th elimination goes down the Junkrat. 2-0 is Bishop Carroll's victory. Winber takes out Somerset 2-1. And here are the standings for Division 1. Forest Hills undefeated. We'll see you next week. Nizzy's out.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Esports Company High School League. We're close to the we're more than halfway through, Joe. We're over halfway done with our season. Week 5. Going to be watching Hollidaysburg and Forest Hills today. Hollidaysburg, obviously, just by far our overwhelming opponent. If we look at the standings, Forest Hills 3-1. I think wins mostly against Somerset and Winber. That one loss, actually against Hollidaysburg, I think in week 2 or 3. Joe, it's going to be a tough battle for them ahead.
Yeah, it definitely will. Like you mentioned, Forest Hill 3-1 only lost to Hollidaysburg, who has been a dominant force throughout the entire season. I mean, they've consistently put up incredible performances. And I'm definitely interested to see what they're going to be able to pull off. As if you take a look at our maps for this week, we're starting on Lijiang Tower, which is a very brawl-heavy map. And then transition onto Rialto, which tends to be a bit more double shield friendly. And then we finish off on Volskaya, which is kind of a mixture of both, with it, and occasionally you see some dive. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Wrecking Ball on either of these maps. On any 3 of them, really, because they all do work for those type of compositions. But yeah, anything you want to say about the maps?
I mean, I have to slightly disagree with you about Lijiang Tower, only due to the fact that, I think this could allow both teams to do something maybe a little more fun. I mean, Gardens. I'd say Gardens is definitely more Winston, maybe Hammond friendly, but you could also, I do agree, you could go, if you really want to, honestly, you could just go Brawl. So you know, but I think it allows these teams to maybe switch it up a little bit. if they really wanted to. Are we going to though, Joe? I mean,
I think we will. I'm thinking through it.
Mhm,
I do think I wouldn't be surprised. How do I say this? I wouldn't be surprised if we see Brawl on all three maps, but I think it's going to be
mhm.
different versions of Brawl. I
Like
don't think
different DPS.
different DPS,
Yeah.
different off tanks at times.
Mm,
And I in the past, Forest Hills, they have ran different support lines for their Brawl comps. I believe they like to substitute in the Moira sometime, and the Brig as well in these Brawl comps. So
right,
despite Brawl, I think possibly being very prevalent, they definitely can switch up many different parts of the composition. But
right.
quickly, we could take a look at these teams' rosters, and we'll start here on Hollidaysburg. And this has been the roster that's put up win after win. V Snipes and Hades Esports, as we love to call him, as the tank line. We move on to DPS. Uh, they have Mr. Juiceman and Hades Sports. And then you move on to the support line where you got Allah as well with Hades Sports. And then we switch over onto Forest Hills, which has a pretty good roster themselves, of course. They have JB playing on the tank line. And then you also have Danny on the other tank of the DPS. Hotshot and Vaco have put up incredible performances week after week. And then Beta and CC on the supports. So really an incredible roster here from both ends, and I think they can put up some great performances.
No, agreed. And I mean, V Snipes. I don't think you've cast Valorant with me before for Tech, but V Snipes is a dual threat. Can play Valorant at a pretty high level as well, and obviously here the top of our Division 2 Overwatch. Okay, so look at these comps. Actually, I kind of like these comps. I mean, I don't like the
I
Zen
don't like
Mercy,
Forest
but
Hill. I was gonna say I don't like the Zed Mercy.
yeah, that's wonder if they're gonna change that. That's if you don't know, folks, Zen Mercy a little harder to sustain your composition. What you see from Hollidaysburg has a lot of utility. The support line, the Baptiste and the Lucio, has a lot of utility. Has a lot of ability to group heal and make sure your tanks stay alive. Alla going down pretty low first, and Alla actually goes low first. Vaco starts us off, and Dove starts us off. What? V-Snipes comes in, trades it back a little bit, but still Forest Hill's actually on top in terms of players right now. Both tanks still alive, both very low, but V-Snipes goes down. Vaco's just in the backline annihilating everyone, and I think Forest Hill's actually gonna take the point first. And Joe, this is an outrage right now.
You see the negatives of both compositions. Of V-Snipes who is now switching around on the Diva, playing that Wrecking Ball, it means that this the damage coming through from the Zenyatta and really growth DPS as well is really hard to shut down, as you can see the opening kick there comes through on the Lucio, so they'll be stalled out for a bit. And so it allowed this kind of untraditional composition, which has a lot of damage, but not a lot of sustainability to get some value.
Yeah, indeed, and just now Hollidaysburg gonna come in with a couple of ults, being able to control more space with those ults as well. Remember, Vaco had a little too much space, was given opportunities, but with Hades Esports 1 and 6 and 1 going down, what Forest Hills gonna be going to half percentage? I don't even think Hollidaysburg has an answer right now.
Yeah, Hollidaysburg, they're making a big mistake here with just going kind of straight at Forest Hills. This comp that Forest Hills is running could just really burn you down quickly with Zenyatta, which is being kind of can receive the damage boost there from the Mercy. And then the other two DPS members just have so much damage that can be deployed if it's not blocked properly. Start off with the window, though, here from Hollidaysburg.
Ooh, that is a nice fire strike. That's how you start. And the shatter kill onto Vaco. They're not going to have that DPS anymore. Does get the res off, a little bit unlucky, and even gets the stun out. Valkyrie is going to be used by themselves. A little bit of maybe a missed click there, but now Hollidaysburg going to bring it back. And Joe, now I think Forest Hills might have some trouble pushing in.
Yeah, I definitely think so. As long as Hollidaysburg doesn't overextend their reach too much, this Forest Hills comp is really gonna struggle to get in here. This Hollidaysburg comp is very it's a traditional brawl comp, and brawl works very well at holding down positions, and it can be hard to break in, especially when you don't have some great sustainability or the speed boost.
I'm watching Vaco on the side. Vaco's taking so much space, controlling massive amounts of space. But a beautiful sound barrier is gonna save everyone instantly. Self-destruct also takes them out as well. And that sound barrier was seconds perfect. Was a split second perfect.
Yeah, it came out after the skulls had locked in, which meant that he was ready to shoot, and then he dropped the beat right before the shot came through. And now Hollidaysburg, they're gonna push the aggression here. They actually lose their Reinhardt though, so we may look at a bit of an opportunity here for Forest Hills.
Yeah, a little bit of an opportunity. I'm surprised they're not using this Transcendence. They're not using Shatter. These are ults that you can kind of trade out, that you can consistently get back. Tire a little rougher with the Diva Reinhardt composition that can deny some damage. Oh, but we're gonna be seeing a flank Junkrat Tire. Is it gonna be working out? They're even damage boosting. They want to do all the damage they can. Only gets Lucio. That is still a chance. And this Deadeye trades out too, and also gets the DMEC. But trades are just going back and forth. It's just all on the line for how they can just duel it out from here. Reaper in the back line. Yeah,
it's really anybody's fight here. And I was gonna say, look out for that Death Blossom, but Vaku takes down the Reaper.
Yeah, with Reaper going down, this is going to be tough here. Okay, overtime for Hollidaysburg. Shatter coming down. I don't know if that connected on to anyone. It actually goes down right afterwards, and the point has been captured.
Oh, no.
Pressing Q in, the backline goes doesn't go down, gets out of there immediately. But this is going to be final fight territory for this map no matter what, Joe. They have to regroup and have to take the point.
Yeah, the Reaper of Hollidaysburg it looked like it had to be a misclick. You said he was in the backline. He was in his own backline there. That was not.
That's what I meant. Yeah, no, he was in his own backline.
And so now you're losing this crucial ultimate. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a touch. The Wrecking Ball comes in at the final moment.
All right, coming in. Transcendence gonna be popped. This allows for some sustain, but somehow Stained Llama already goes down. That must have been a little bit of misplacement. V Snipes goes down as well. Player advantage right now. 4-5 for Vaco and a 6K to finish it up. Wow, and Forest Hills takes map number 1. They take control center against the composition. Wow. That was insane.
I mean, you can see in the chat, Vaku doesn't even know how he did that. Absolutely obsessed there. Clutches it out for Forest Hills, and we talked about it a bit before that. You seem not entirely sure who was going to win this match, and I have to agree. And at this point, you could see why. So, an untraditional support line, like I mentioned for Forest Hills, not the one I thought I'd see them pull out, but one that's getting value nonetheless, and they're going to stick onto it here. However, they will swap out Hot Shots Junkrat for a Pharah here, and we're actually going to see a Sigma Diva comp. They're definitely a different look here. While Hollidaysburg, they're going to pull out a Ryan Zarya, and then also that Cassidy and the... okay. I was going to say but it doesn't matter, because Hot Shots Pharah just kills 2.
This is an incredible start. Okay, the third as well. All right, well, and a 4th. Okay, Hotshot saw what Vaco was doing and was like, hey, I can do that too. Look at their ult percentage, 80%.
I mean, yeah, and the thing is, because of how quickly they managed to get the kills there, they're not going to get very much percentage on the point by the time the recontest happens. But as you see, Hollidaysburg being a bit wary of it is going to wrap around to White Room.
I think, yeah, hopefully tracking ults as well. Hotshot already with this barrage, gonna be trying to avoid all of that. That is two pretty big utilities to stop anything. Waiting for it, gets V Snipes in, waiting for the defense matrix, going for the shadow. This is really obviously going for it, but all is down. This is huge. Waiting for it, trying to get a good angle. being very careful with this as well. Vaco pushing the rest of the team back. And okay, are we gonna be seeing that barrage in?
Yeah, they seem to be aware of it, Hollidaysburg is. That's why they're playing quite passive. Losing that Cassidy, though, means they don't have the stun to stop the barrage as it comes through. He will rejoin the fight now, however.
Yeah, indeed. And okay, waiting still again. They're playing this very safe, but a little bit too passively, maybe. They're losing so much percentage on the board. They have to cap. Waiting for it coming in. Okay, Amp Matrix gonna be used, trying to make some space. They're watching, but not going in just yet. Okay, I think it has to be coming in just a second. Vaco putting in some damage in the back line. Okay, D-Mac as well. But wait, goes out? Takes themselves out? Deadeye gets one, but suddenly it's all up to Vaco basically. Hotshot just took themselves out. Vaco gets two again. Vaco's doing incredible work.
Must have gotten like direct hit or with the Junkrat, or maybe headshot by Ola, because he was brought down so incredibly low. But they're actually going to recontest this fight and take the win. Like you said, some big kills there from Vaco. So definitely a wild fight. And I said initially, the fact that they capped it so early meant that Hollidaysburg would have the percentage wouldn't be very high. And then when they got to White Room, the percentage was 12. And then it got all the way up to 60. And now they're one fight away. They do take down Hotshot, though.
Yeah, they take down Hotshot. Shatters online. And this unorthodox composition from Forest Hills working out beautifully for them. Graphitic Flux, self-destruct, remake kill. Hasn't worked out yet. No, Vaco flashbanged in, doesn't get anything. Hotshot goes down again. Shatter's still on the line. They're gonna take the point back, but one fight is all that remains for Forest Hills to take game number 1. Joe, this is looking like a series.
Yeah, I mean, this has been absurd back and forth here. But coming this next fight, Hollidaysburg, they're gonna have some ults to work with. However, Forest Hills, I think they have a little extra juice there with the double DPS ults. And the Transcendence and no Hotshot.
Hotshot, my friend. You can't do that, my friend. Okay.
Oh, that is tragic. I saw the Junkrat trap on the floor, and I'm like, he's not gonna. He won't land on the ground. He'll be fine.
I've had it happen to me once. It was painful, but you know, I'm also gold, so. Okay, so Barrage coming in, gets 2 finally, gets 3. That's massive, actually. That could actually just end the game right now. Shatter gets Vaco, but it's all up to a Reinhardt versus 4. This is just too much damage from Forest Hills. So they can, at least goes to overtime. V-Snipes coming in to stall, backs out carefully. That's actually amazing. That is exactly what you want. And they're just touching. They're waiting to get stuff in. They didn't get the... What? Dove was looking right at it. Dove doesn't shoot the tire. 2 go down. Hollidaysburg are gonna be able to retake.
Holy
a perfect stall.
I mean, Hotshot's Barrage, he held on to it for 2 minutes, finally gets value, and then they're just not able to finish it off. The shatter that came through from Hollidaysburg ends up only killing 1, but it ends up being Vaco there, who's on that Cassidy, which would have been able to do a lot of work to get down the stall, but instead they were able to stall for long enough for the tire to get value, and now we're one fight to decide who wins this point.
Yeah, oh, that's self-destruct taking out 3. Final fight territory no matter what. Okay, Hotshot was rezzed. Hotshot's doesn't have that barrage anymore, and already V-Snipes going for this hunt and not even gonna be able to touch. And Hollidaysburg coming from the brink. That was picture perfect of a stall, Joe.
That was absurd. You saw the start there, right? Forest Hills gets an early capture because Hotshot just kills like 80 people. And then Hollidaysburg just sits in a white room for so long before they finally take a fight. They win the fight, doesn't matter. Forest Hills comes right back at him, and then it looks like it's done. Hollidaysburg managed to stall for long enough for the tire come through and get them the win. Now on to Night Market. Forest Hills, they're gonna run a Sigadiva with the same support and DPS line from the previous point. Well, Hollidaysburg, they're gonna play a bit more of a traditional brawl comp. they might struggle a bit because they do not really have hit scans to take down the Pharah.
And Vaco just, as usual, just starting us off recently, and incredible gameplay right now. Okay, Hotshot's gonna be coming in, trying to get as much damage, but this point is gonna be a little harder to get damage in. I'm looking at Juiceman trying to deal with it. Has to heal the team and has to shoot at a Pharah. Not gonna be enough. Hotshot just so much damage into this backline. Gonna take out V-Snipes early, and this is once again, well, Hollidaysburg did get a couple percentage. That could be vital later, but Forest Hills will recapture it. Excuse me, maybe not. They're starting to do some damage, but now with this Pharah is still just raining damage from everywhere. I think this has to go the way of Forest Hills, but every second is another percentage for Hollidaysburg. And I mean, 30% from just stalling, Joe.
Yeah, Forest Hills, was really winning the fight from the get-go. However, they were not able to get onto the point and capture any percentage. So Hollidaysburg, like I said, man, all for quite a while. Coming to this next fight, though, Forest Hill will have both DPS ults plus both support ults too. Hollidaysburg, on the other hand, really only that sound barrier, and they're close to a tire.
Yeah, close to a tire. But yeah, a lot of ults for Forest Hills coming into this. Barrage coming in, doesn't get anything. A beautiful defense matrix from V-Snipes. Does get the D-Mech in the end, though. So that could be a vital situation. And JB Ball gets the Junkrat, but a huge shatter. Not going to be working out. The remake kill onto Stained Llama, but Ala remake on V-Snipes. This is chaos, Joe.
It truly is. And you go back to the start of the fight there, where Hotshot ended up barraging. It was a really nice play there from thanks to the fly to Hotshot's face. Sacrificed the mech but killed the Pharah, fair trade. But then as the fight raged on, Forest Hill seemingly just had a skill differential there. They were hitting more shots, essentially, than Hollidaysburg, and in that fight, that was the difference maker.
It also seems that they're going for this Junkrat. Hollidaysburg going for this Junkrat consistently, which I don't think we've seen before. They hadn't been running Junkrat prior. That's a good way to start, though. V-Snipes getting Vaco. But now they're running this Junkrat. I haven't seen them use this before. Okay, Cassidy's are off the board. It's gonna be an equal fight. It's gonna be projectile versus projectile. How is it going to work out? Okay, or you just leave your Junkrat in the back line. Oh, and that is one way to turn it around. And 92% on the board for Forest Hills. Retake's gonna be a little harder, especially now they have Cassidy and a Diva to deal with this Pharah.
Yeah, I mean, the Junkrat comes up with the big kind of clutch tire on the last point here, and once again finds a 5k. And now coming to this next fight, though, ult advantage in the favor of Forest Hill there with the barrage, close to both support ults, and then as well the Diva Bomb online. And there it is.
Oh, only gets one actually. That's pretty huge. Juiceman goes down as low, so no more supports anymore. Dub jumps off the map. V-Snipes gets a barrage, gets a self-destruct, and the remake. What? V-Snipes with 3. V-Snipes is what? V-Snipes with the absolutely incredible clutch play to stall it back.
He got the D-Mech.
And what? And lives. It gets the remake.
I mean, 3k there for V-Snipes, stalls out and waits for the entire team to come back, and these players there, they mean nothing. They're gonna die. This might be Hollidaysburg coming back from the brink once again, and they may be taking this first map of the set. This has been insanity.
This is crazy. This is I don't know how this has happened. So many stalls have allowed Hollidaysburg to come back to this, and it is confirmed. Hollidaysburg takes Lijiang Tower after what was just an amazing start for Forest Hills.
That was absurd. Forest Hills in back-to-back points looked like they had won it. And Hollidaysburg
almost every time. I mean, every point they had 90-something% on the board. I mean, look at this.
On the opening point as well, it went the opposite way, where Hollidaysburg was winning, like you just saw there. Baka was able to come out with this big high noon to win it.
Yeah.
And on that second and third point on Night Market and Gardens, it was the different story where it was a Forest Hills in prime position to close out the map, and then it just came all crashing down due to great stalls and then great plays there. It was the Junkrat tire on Gardens, and here it was one of the most absurd Diva 3Ks I've ever seen.
That was, yeah. I mean, it was it was just a hat trick. It was a baby diva kill. It was a remake. It was a self destruct. That was insane. And of course, we can't help but remember the stall on Garden, getting to point during overtime, switching off, having Lucio touch. I mean, this is it. I don't think people understand that this is high. This is high levels of coordination that have to go into this. It's very hard to really stall out one at a time, making sure that overtime timer is always reset. And then they're able to come in. They didn't get the Junkrat tire too. I mean, I thought it was going to be gone. Like, I'm so confused. And now we're going into Rialto. And Joe, I kind of like Forest Hills composition for Rialto.
Yeah, I do like it more. The support line of your Mercy Zen can work really well on this map. There's a lot of rain. If you like swap out maybe the Junkrat for possibly a Hanzo, or you could even go to a Pharah. I think their comp has a really good look here. So I definitely think Hollidaysburg, they may go from looking like they were going to lose on the second point of Lijiang to possibly winning the set 2-0 here if the comp advantage really does favor them that much.
Indeed. I wanted to highlight, we saw a red tower there. That is called a Campanile in the background. Beautiful tower there. It means a bell tower in Italian. I know this because Stanford has a tiny one and UC Berkeley has a massive one that is loved by all. Okay, so similar composition, Joe, for Hollidaysburg, but Torb in Junk.
Yeah.
And a pause is needed to come out. So interesting. Maybe some tech issues coming around for now. I'm a bit curious by the attacking composition though. They're going back to that Reinhardt, which worked. It worked on Control Center, but you know, I'm looking at Pharah and Widow. That confuses me a bit with this composition.
Well,
maybe
actually, the only thing that confuses me is the Reinhardt. The rest of the comp, it feels like if you replace that Reinhardt with a Wrecking Ball, you have a fairly cohesive comp.
Yeah, no, with Wrecking Ball, or you could change it Orisa Baptiste.
Yeah,
that's also a fairly normal comp.
If you swap the Orisa instead of the Ryan, like you have to probably go the Baptiste. The Zen doesn't provide a ton of healing, and so it can be kind of hard to sustain that. And that comp plays very differently than the ball comp, so it just depends what they're trying to go for. So
yeah, and it's a bit of an interesting composition. We're gonna see how it goes. We need to take a quick technical break, so please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. Luckily, it was on the attacking side, our technical issues, so able to reconnect and disconnect. Vaco starts us off instantly. Okay, well, this may be a little bit different than, not even different. This may be very similar to what we saw in game number 1, Joe.
Yeah, Vaco's getting dove though here by V-Snipes. Gonna get sent away. So yeah, if this Widow could like really just could find a pick or two a fight, and there it is once again. This is gonna make the life of Hollidaysburg hell. So really great start here for Forest Hills.
Yeah, all is standing there very slow, letting themselves get picked off. But nice pickoffs in turn. I see a fire strike taking out Vaco. Usually your sightline's shouldn't be doing that. V-Snipe's just doing incredible work. Joe, I'm curious to see what V Snipes and Vaco are, what level they are. Vaco just incredible tracking, incredible skills. Barrage already online for Hotshot again. Are we gonna be watching game number 1 again? Waiting for this Barrage. Oh no, it's gonna be coming in. Doesn't get anything. It gets 1. Not gonna get 2. V Snipes too fast with the defense matrix, but Dove just wow.
Yeah, it broke the Ryan shield though. So while it didn't find 2, it managed to find 1 kill plus break the Ryan shield, and so it allowed for a lot of pressure to get applied. Transcendence did get forced out there by Dove, so not all is lost there for Hollidaysburg.
Yeah, Hollidaysburg able to actually, I think, able to cap point number 1 quite convincingly too. Rialto first point against a composition that Hollidaysburg has. You kind of have to, you can stall there for a long time, but Hollidaysburg may be playing a bit more aggressively. All it did switch over to that Cassidy, but Vaco's just on a rampage. Truly, I mean, how many final blows has Vaco got at this point? I mean, is that the 30th?
Possibly. Doesn't get taken down though, a bit too aggressive. So swapped off the Widow because of V-Snipes really just shutting him down fairly effectively, but then gets taken down due to a bit of over-aggression there, and then makes a swap over to Cassidy.
Yeah. Okay, so Vaco already used the visor already. Just charge in. Okay, this is just a chaotic fight. Q's being used everywhere. Hotshot gonna be taken out. It looks like it's gonna go in the way of Hollidaysburg. So a little bit of a respite for this team, especially in that corner, going to allow this brawl comp to do work.
Well, yeah, you mentioned Vaco uses visor. Actually didn't. Swapped to Cassidy, then swapped back over to the soldier, so we lost 60%.
Okay. That's a bit interesting.
Possibly a bit of a mistake there. Big ult advantage though from Hollidaysburg. They're gonna have both tank and ults plus a tire.
Yeah, so coming into this, a bunch of ults. Oh my god, V-Snipes. What?
Oh.
And the self-destruct. Self-destruct, it's Dove? They saw it coming! You can't lose your Zenyatta when you're on Mercy healing. But this Barrage gets 2! Beautiful play by V-Snipes. Still doing as much work as they can, but the DPS lineup for Forest Hills doing incredible work in this fight. V-Snipes, you can do a lot, my friend, but you cannot deal with everyone as a solo diva. They can still recontest here, but it's all up to how they want to push it. They don't have that many ultimates. Not a lot of ultimates to use, especially against Flyers. Vaco already gets 1. That's massive. They might have to just retreat from here. They don't even want to touch, so they got a point.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. It won't matter though. They capped, and you can see just while they were being pushed onto the back foot, they were also losing members. So this is forced. So and then a visor probably not needed. Vaco probably could have saved that, but
he's switching.
I don't think he's switching. But
he's running away, I guess. Yeah. I want to look at the damage.
Kind of a strange ult foot pop there, but. They still have some decent ult bank here, both tank ults plus the Transcendence. The other side is comparable though, right? You have both support ult plus a Riptire, close to a tank ult. So actually, I would give Hollidaysburg a bit of an advantage there with the ults.
Okay, Junkrat Tire going in at a very noticeable location, gonna be taking out. And Graphitic Flux gonna be used, gets a lot. Oh, and Junkrat goes down. Hades Esports, sadly, not gonna be enough. And this cart, 3 minutes on the clock. Forest Hills has so much time in the bank. There's a stall going on from Lucio. Not gonna be enough. And 3 minutes on the clock. Hills on a rampage. I mean, look at this. Look at the damage dealt. I think 3 or 4 had more than any other player on Hollidaysburg. Or damage, excuse me.
Yeah, that was absurd there.
Yeah, it's 4. The Dove has more damage than all of Hollidaysburg. Not put together, of course, but more than each player.
Yeah. That was kind of absurd there.
So much damage for Forest Hills right now.
Yeah. So Forest Hills just kind of rolled. And it wasn't particularly close. I mean, 3 minutes on some maps is like, okay, it's still winnable. On Rialto, if you cap with like above 2 minutes, you kind of dominated. I mean, this is an extreme. Yeah. this is one of the most defensive-sided maps in the game. If you can, like, it's not uncommon to get held on first point. So for them to come out with a 3-minute time bank is absurd. At Hollidaysburg, I said I felt good about their comp, and then they swapped their comp, and here we are. So
I don't know what's going on right now, and I think I have to admit I don't think Hollidaysburg is doing the right switches. They're staying on this Junkrat. Junkrat's not the key here. You're losing so much damage to this the Pharah hotshot.
I was gonna say I'd like to go Pharah.
Yeah, go Pharah themselves or Echo even, or just V Snipes goes out early. Great. This is a first defensive win for the side of Forest Hills.
Mirror comps essentially. Maybe not the support line, but the DPS. I definitely would like them just to mirror DPS lines.
Yeah, just this is chaotic for Hollidaysburg right now. Trying to get damage in with Junkrat, but I mean, look at the ult percentage. It's your supports and your tanks. These DPS struggling to try to get damage into this double shield composition, into the Pharah that's just raining so much damage down. Look at this. They're waiting on the side bridge. Boops a couple in, but actually that might have just worked out for Hollidaysburg. What? It allowed the rest of the team to get close. Hollidaysburg takes out 3. Has to retreat and hotshot, and we all know how V Snipes does against a solo Pharah. Oh, this is actually what Hollidaysburg needed, and that boop actually might have just lost them the fight.
Yeah, that boop from hotshot, like you said, I don't think it was the deal breaker, but they definitely did an oopsie there. Pushing the enemy team directly into your tanks is not what you want to see, so definitely a bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, okay, Amp Matrix gonna be pushing back a lot of Forest Hills players. Dove with a beautiful click though. Just incredible work right now, and Visor being popped in. Okay, now Forest Hills gonna get the second fight. Point though, it's only gonna be a couple meters away from finishing. So if Hollidaysburg wins this next fight, easy first cap.
Yeah, but it can be tough to push across this amount of distance here, so definitely need to be a bit wary if you are Forest Hill. Hollidaysburg, excuse me. They're going to start to push forward then. They're taking the space pretty easily and actually take down CC.
Yeah, take down CC. Okay, V Snipes with the first great kill and the self-destruct. V Snipes doesn't want to lose this game, wants to win this here, but this barrage gets so many. V Snipes can't do anything against this DPS lineup, sadly, and I feel for V Snipes right now. V Snipes is putting in so much effort. Look at this, gold damage by far in their team. I wish we could see how much they've used that defense matrix too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. V Snipes hasn't been doing enough. V Snipes is really doing a lot of work mid or late fight, and is not doing an effective enough job at shutting down the Pharah, because the Pharah is still getting a lot of work. V Snipes need to time their dives a bit better, I think, and maybe work on the defense matrix usage a bit to really be able to shut down hotshot.
Okay, so Graphitic Flux is going to be used. Immortality Field has to be used right now. They have to make sure that this lives. Oh, I don't like this ult usage. You've already lost your Baptiste. Don't use your Coalescence yet. Wait for it. But okay, Hades Esports gets Stained Llama, so they're not going to have the Reinhardt. Transcendence can be used. Pyre coming in, but a beautiful shot by Vako. Finishes it out, takes it out. 20 seconds left. V-Snipes is going to be out of mech, but a Shatter, does that get any kills? It gets one, but Hotshot trades it out in turn. Don't know how they didn't get V-Snipes, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Anyway, Forest Hills gonna be taking off a map off of our dominant leaders. This is the underdog story of the season. 2 seconds left, no one can touch, and Forest Hills take game number 2. And we go to a map 3 for the first time on broadcast, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff there. Kind of a DPS diff. Mercy play of the game. Okay. Kind of curious. I haven't seen a Mercy play of the game in quite a while. Okay, so it's a hot shot play of the game.
No, I would say the res with the damage boost.
Yeah.
You know. That was a play of the game. It for sure was. It was wonderful. But wow, I mean, Forest Hills just dominated the streets phase, got it over 3 minutes, and then they were able to full hold here. And Joe, we're going to be going to assault. Maybe a chance.
Yeah. So Assault is looking at the map set. I mean, the map here of Volskaya Industries. I don't know who this favors. I think either team could really take this here, but Forest Hills, they might have kind of the momentum diff, honestly. So if Hollidaysburg aren't able to mentally recover from this, they could be looking at some trouble.
Yeah, that is crazy for me. And you know, we're gonna see how it goes. Volskaya gonna be our deciding match in this, but we're gonna take a short break. But don't go anywhere. Hollidaysburg and Forest Hills going the distance. Hollidaysburg has faltered. What seemed to be our overwhelming favorites now being taken to game number 3 against Forest Hills, who, with the absolute incredible domination of Vaco, Hotshot, and Dove effectively too, just putting out too much damage for Hollidaysburg to really just counter with. We're going into game number 3 in just a second, Joe, and it's all on the line here for Hollidaysburg to keep their perfect record.
Yeah, for sure. Hollidaysburg looked a bit rough there on that last map. I mean, just kind of got rolled by Forest Hills. I mean, that map wasn't close. So now moving here onto Volskaya Industries, I'm definitely hoping to see them kind of make a bit of a comeback here. Forest Hill once again on the attacking side. So interesting.
I think the composition for Hollidaysburg works a little bit better, especially no Farah, no Echo.
Yeah, Forest Hills though, running a Roadhog. It's an interesting pick. I would imagine they would stick to go with like a Diva or Sigma, but they opt for the Hog there. Definitely an outside the box pick.
Yeah, nice little hook to get V-Snipes. Junkrat for Hollidaysburg, one hit still. He has to get healed. Please heal them. Aloe. Oh, Dove takes a beautiful shot. Gets another. Dove just putting out incredible work. Over 1,000 damage already. Vaco gets taken out. Hotshot trying to get damage with this Hanzo in the back line. Doesn't get anything yet, but Dove still just putting in absolute. Dove gets 2.
I mean,
Dove
yeah,
and
Dove
Vaco
absolutely carried that fight.
If y'all don't know this, Discord Orb, basically the most broken ability in the game if you use it right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's hard to use it
effectively.
right now.
Yeah, but I mean, effectively takes out like what, 30% of your health.
Yeah, it
83%?
increases damage by 30%, which is absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially when the Mercy Pocket of CC was kind of sitting on the Hans, or on Dove there for a good bit, that plus the Discord Orb, you're gonna get melted almost instantly.
Yeah, and 5:30 on the clock. Already, a Hollidaysburg member has gone down. Transcendence gonna be used to push in. This sustain's gonna be massive for them. Vaco in the back line. Vaco's gonna get juice, man. Shatter getting 1. Tire coming out, but broken immediately. No, you can't have that happen. Visor's just putting in so much damage. Point is starting to get capped. Hotshot getting rezzed. No, okay, still a shatter actually. The shatters are for Forest Hills right now. They can shatter in. They get Juice Man. Someone else touches. I think it is Hades Esports 1. Trying to touch as long as they can. Okay, Hollidaysburg members are coming back, but this is not the stall that we saw in Lijiang. This is desperate. This is frantic. They're just trying to hold as much as they can. Look, sitting in the corner, holding up their shield. They're scared. They don't know what they just don't want to die right now. They're trying to stall as long as they can. And the whole hog to take it 435. Forest Hills just swept over them.
I mean, I said that if Hollidaysburg can't recover, like, mentally, they're going to be in a world of trouble, and I don't think they recovered.
Initiating match.
I think they're still reeling from that Rialto game, and you're seeing the effects here at 4:30 on the clock. This is an incredible mountain that they'll have to climb to have a chance at this.
Yeah, this is... Wow. I'm gonna be curious to see how they take offense, because we have seen some incredible play from them. Once again going for that Junkrat. Once again, I don't.
I've still got it.
And I don't know if I like the Zarya, because this damage that Forest Hills can put with this Send Mercy, it's just, there's too much damage. Like, I don't, how does Hollidaysburg, and I don't know, Joe. This is confusing for me.
Yeah, I mean, this is... Whew. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a rough one here if they want a chance at this. Defensive comp here for Forest Hills. They're going to swap up to Orisa, so playing an Orisa Reinhardt comp gives them a bit more range than the previous composition they had. Hollidaysburg, they're going to try to go on a Ryan Zarya with this Lucio, try to speed directly into Forest Hills.
Going to in, but Hotshot starts us off, takes out the Moira. No, you're not going to have as much healing anymore, and Moira sadly not even able to get much in. They're just, Hollidaysburg, you have to back up. Wait for your Moira to come back. You need all of that healing, but they're not going to do that. They were just trying to get, I don't know what they were trying to get, and Hotshot just in the back, what seems like the back line, but just raining Hanzo arrows down, and this is rough.
Yeah, definitely. It's not looking too well. They need to try to recover here. I mean, no ults and just taking so much poke damage from Vako and Hotshot, and then even the Orisa as well. This is looking tough. They're going to try to speed forward now, though, but lose their Junkrat.
Yeah, not even a Hotshot to Vako. Okay, but that's a good pick, but Moira goes down again. You can't lose your Moira. That is vital, and Transcendence is going to be used, and the healing from Forest Hill is just going to be even better than anything that they can do, and a beautiful headshot to finish us off. And 2 minutes basically burned already, Joe, and this is, I don't know. A couple ults online, though, so maybe a chance.
Yeah, but to use your ultimates, you have to be alive. I'm kind of struggling with that aspect of Overwatch.
That's a nice way to put it. Okay, so Dragon Shot gonna be used. It cuts a little bit of space, but it doesn't get any kills, doesn't get any damage. Actually, maybe even allows Moira to get additional points up to that Coalescence, but they still haven't got Coalescence. 2 minutes are gone. They haven't even gotten their first Coalescence. Okay, Graviton Surge gets one, gets CC. You need to do more, especially with this beat invested. This is a start. They've gotten 2. Charging in. Jamal goes down. No more tanks online. Visor gonna be used. No Diva to eat this. Gets 2. Oh my god, Vako, you can't take it back from here. This was a lost fight, and all of a sudden they don't have healings. No, they can't be taking this back. Vako holding on. Okay, surely Hollidaysburg caps it here.
Yeah,
okay, they're not touching.
They're gonna cap
it. Joe, this is insane to me. But the time is already gone. Forest Hills has the time advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this the times are worse. Rocco's gonna swap off that soldier. Actually, he goes back to the soldier. Okay, so he swapped to Ash for a moment, decides to go back. And then Dove also switches to Lucio, so you lose some damage output, but you gain mobility.
Yeah, okay, there's equal ults, but I'm looking at this Coalescence. The sustain out for Forest Hill is gonna be a lot more brutal. So if Coalescence pops out, and you don't get taken out, you can do a lot with this Coalescence from Moira from Hollidaysburg. Has to engage well. They're waiting for Junkrat, I think, to come back. Junkrat's gonna be seen. Forest Hill should be wary of this. The push will be coming in soon, but V-Snipes I think these headshots from Hotshot are incredible. No! Oh, that was over in an instant.
That boop from Dove was absolutely glorious. I mean, the angle there was perfect from Vaca's POV. You saw them get booped off that high ground directly into the damage boosted Fire Strike, and then get followed up by this Shatter there from Stand Llama. This is looking really good for Forest Hills, but Hollidaysburg, they have so many ultimates, both tank and DPS ultimates. They used their only support ults in the last fight. They're not quite there on the sound barrier.
Yeah, and our Moira has been struggling to get this Coalescence up. I don't know about you, but I have seen Coalescence built up in, like, you know what, 30 seconds before. Okay, Graviton Surge gonna be used. Doesn't get anyone. Gets Hotshot, but Hotshot gets the Dragon Strike off, I think, but already a couple trades. Dove switches over to Lucio, already gets a pick off, but Hollidaysburg gonna be capping. One tick gone, almost 3 ticks gone. Gonna be some contestments just to try to get this as low as possible. 2 ticks gone, but now the reinforcements are gonna be coming back. Players are going down though. This is looking good for Hollidaysburg. They have to cap it here. Remember, Forest Hills already has so much time. The more they bring it lower, Forest Hills can actually win this. Oh, but that is how you start the retake. CC, all that remains on point. Half a point gone. Hotshot, all that is left. Hotshot's able to touch. All right, is it gonna be enough? No, and Hollidaysburg caps it, but only a minute and 42 seconds.
Yeah, so Forest Hills still have a huge advantage here. I mean, you can look at this. That's absurd. The time bank advantage, nearly 3 minutes, so you will see Hollidaysburg with the first attack here because their time bank is less, and they need to at least cap first point for a chance.
Yeah, this is, or at least a tick. Like,
I think they need first point.
They need first point to do something, but they need at least a tick to win this, to make it at least not, to have a win condition. You know, they need something for a win condition, and Forest Hills is just doing incredible work. And look at this. Dove goes to Baptiste. Oh, the sustain on this composition is going to be massive.
Yeah, I'm so glad they're finally running this map. Especially with this Ryan Orisa. They played the Zen and then swapped to the Lucio earlier in the last round, but the SPAP just provides so much more value. I would like to see CC just go Lucio or Brig, but the Mercy can work. The attack, though, we're going to see once again the Lucio Moira with the Ryan Zarya and then your Trunk and Soldier. So same comp for Hollidaysburg, but Forest Hill switches it up a bit.
Yeah, Forest Hill switches it up a bit. Okay, so this is all on the line here. They have to engage. 1:30 on the clock. Moira at least the one-shot potential is no longer there unless we use a couple ultimates. So Moira may be able to get closer to that Coalescence, and they need that for a sustained fight. This damage output from Forest Hills. Dove already at 80% to that Amp Matrix. This is absolutely insane, but this is exactly how you start Junkrat doing so much work into this. They're engaging fast. They're trying to engage as much as they can. Dove trying to do as much as they can. Use this Amp Matrix to try to heal all of their team. Alla goes down. That's huge. I don't know what's going on, and they're backing out. Okay, the fight is going on point. I'm wanting to see how Hades Esports 6 is doing. And the Shatter gonna be used. I don't know if it got anything. Nothing was used yet.
But they don't get any kills.
Coalescence gonna be used now as well. Graviton Surge as well. Okay, does this finish this off? Okay, gets a lot, but Vaco and Bamal get 2. All finally going down. Okay, it's all on the line for Bamal. Popping. Okay, gonna be actually using this bongo. And V-Snipe's so low. Okay, all goes. So hot shot goes down. Bamal goes down. A tick will occur. Maybe
Dove?
one more touch. Dove gets. Okay, Dove. But I
don't
think this
there's
has to be
anybody else
first
that
point.
can pass.
Yeah, this is gonna be first point, this is gonna allow them 30 seconds left. But no ults besides Shatter. Well, they're gonna get maybe a good Visor. I'm gonna say Visor's up online.
30 seconds.
Yeah. So they will have Visor and Shatter. That's about it. Forest Hills, they will have both DPS ults, including the Visor. And then they'll also have the window. So advantage here for Forest Hills. One fight for Hollidaysburg to attempt to capture second point.
Yeah, they have to do as much as they can here. V-Side starts this off. Nice Shatter. Oh, and Hotshot goes down. Why? They're using the core, but it doesn't matter. Vaco! Oh, Vaco just clearing up everyone. And second point gonna be captured. But a win condition for both Hollidaysburg and Forest Hills is confirmed. And 4:35 on the clock. They cap first point. That's an additional 30 seconds. So this is about 5 minutes for Forest Hills to win, Joe.
Sides.
Yeah, incredible there from Vaco.
Initiating match.
And Forest Hills, they're on the brink. They're almost there. They need to capture up first point and then one tick on second to secure a win. They've almost done it, but they're not quite there, and they have a huge time bank to work with as well. I mean, in all ways, Forest Hills is definitely favored to take this right here, right now.
Yeah, this is actually insane right now. Forest Hills. They can upset the giant of Hollidaysburg,
Attackers
the giant robots of Russia, defending themselves against the Omnics. I always forget that this is actually where they get them up, and then they somehow have propaganda of Zarya inside the area. Joe, this is okay. I'm wanting to see what they go for attack, because they didn't go for the Pharah for attack this time, but okay, going for the Junkrat, staying on the Baptiste, which, I mean, look at the damage output of Dove right now. I mean, silver damage for Forest Hills, more than every other player for Hollidaysburg. Just absolutely incredible on this Baptiste. How are they going to be engaging? Okay, they're rotating around, trying to force a rotation, and actually this allows Vaco so much side space. Oh no! Oh, that is a huge first pick. Dove goes down, but Vaco trades it out. Okay, this is huge. Both supports for Forest Hills down, but that doesn't mean that you can't finish a fight. Vaco doesn't. Okay, not gonna be enough. Vaco's gonna probably have to hide for a second. But if Vaco can hide, Joe, maybe there's a chance. Maybe they're gonna have so much space that the entire team's just surrounded. But Hotshot starts us off with one.
Yeah, this kind of pincer from the DPS comes through. Vaco finds another before getting traded out. So Forest Hills, they have it in, and they're looking like they want to take it.
Yeah, they're just wanting to just put up damage. I think they want the spawn advantage. Tyre gonna be coming out too. Gets V-snipes. Oh no! They couldn't finish hot shot. All goes down, and they're gonna cap. It's gonna be about 3:30 on the clock for a single tick, Joe. We're gonna see a draw. We're gonna see a draw.
I don't think so. I think having 3:30, it's such a big time bank. I think Forest Hills, I think they've got it locked up here. Vaco as well has his flank and is very close to the Visor, so if he can manage to get like a quick limb, then he'll have Visor available as well.
Yeah, this is...
And takes down the Moira. He was trying to take down the Junkrat, just took down the Moira by accident.
No, that is not how you want to start. Oh, it's gonna be... I thought they were gonna go for the reverse little change, and Vaco with this. Oh, this is just putting out so much damage. Takes out 2. Graviton Surge gonna be used to try to do something. Coalescence pop, but goes down immediately. A single take is all that they need. Alla touches, not gonna be enough. I don't think they can touch, and Forest Hills have done it!
Victory.
From coming, oh, Hollidaysburg, a heartbreak. Our league leaders have fallen. Forest Hills going up to 4-1. Hollidaysburg falling to the same scoreline. I don't know how this actually changes the league standings anymore.
They'll be even now, and
Yeah.
I think that both have only won in 2-0 fashion, other than this game. So, I believe you would see actually Hollidaysburg take the advantage there, because their map Forest Hills, excuse me, because their map win rate will be slightly better.
Yeah, that was. I mean, honestly, Hollidaysburg having some incredible plays, especially to take Lijiang Tower, but afterwards just never really had an answer for what Forest Hills did. Junkrat the entire time just didn't seem to be getting the damage that they needed. V-Snipes doing incredible work. Absolutely incredible work, but just not enough on that diva. Joe, any final thoughts?
Incredible performance there from Forest Hills. I mean, seriously, they just played out of their minds and secured the upset. So, big congrats to them.
Yeah, well, that is it for us today. I might need some time to compress and regroup and kind of really figure it out how this is gonna go. This is gonna shake up our league standings. And remember, these two are our front runners for the championship. So if this is how it's gonna go, it's about 1-1 right now. But next week, same time, we're gonna have some more Division 2 Overwatch here at the Tech High School League Twitch. And of course, tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern, the second half of this week's Division 1 Rocket League doubleheader will take place at twitch.tv/the esports company. Remember to use the commands social to follow the esports company's socials, and use the commands casters if you want to follow us anywhere, as we're pretty busy. So if you like to see us, we'll be casting some more things. But as usual, that is it for us. We do hope you've enjoyed this. Forest Hills, absolutely incredible, taking down Hollidaysburg 2-1, and we'll see you next time.